900, not Ultra, the flagship model from 2021. If you see this in a deep discount and wondering whether it is still worth it in 2024, you are in the right place. The soundbar is aesthetically pleasing and the sound quality is very good. However, there are a few things you should be aware of before pulling the trigger that we would be digging deeper later in this video. Let me talk about my experience using the soundbar since last year. So the first thing I will want to talk about before you buy this is this soundbar is like pretty long. So as you can see, this barely fits in my entertainment system. So you might want to check your dimensions of your system before you get these. The last thing you want is to be like hanging out of your entertainment system. The soundbar is elegantly designed with a beautiful glass top. It is also fairly minimalist with only two buttons, one for muting the mic during a call and another for enabling voice commands. So the soundbar comes with a remote control. It's small and pretty scaled down and nothing like the big remotes you have with the AV receivers these days. And it also comes with the Adapt IQ, which you can plug in and calibrate your system. Highly recommend to do it when you add a bass module or surround speaker. And it also has optic cable just in case your HDMI cable is not supported by your TV. I first tested the soundbar on this movie, and I did not have any subwoofer or surround system, and I was kind of surprised that it was very underwhelming. Especially, I've tried the older lifestyle systems, and it was nothing compared to that. And of course, like then I had to remind myself that like this doesn't have anything other than a soundbar. So then I paired it with the Bose 700 bass module, which once I had that, like it sounds way better than my first initial experience. The pairing of the bass module was pretty straightforward using the Bose Soundbar app. In general, the app is pretty good to get most of the work done. You can even control the volume and etc. from the app. Of course, the soundbar can also be used for playing music using Apple Airplay 2 or just Bluetooth, so which is a great thing. So you don't need a separate speakers for that. The one thing it is missing though is you cannot connect to like a server in your home, like a playing music over a network. That feature this doesn't have, which you might have it in a dedicated AV receiver or even some other small speakers, like they come with this feature. So that is something missing in this one. So who would want the soundbar in this first place? Like, so if you're trying to save a few bucks here, not going for the latest model or the Bose Ultra or any of the Sennheiser or Sonos ones, this is still a good option. You might be finding it in a deep discount right now. In general, it plays pretty well. It sounds pretty great. But one thing in general about soundbars are that they do not compete with a traditional home theater system based on floor standing speakers or even a bookshelf speaker. This is something you would want to have where aesthetics is an important thing, and this is a beautifully designed soundbar with a nice glass top. It definitely enhances, if not, at least it doesn't ruin the look of your living room. So there is a compromise here, but it can still be a good option where you're trying to watch a movie here and there, not like as your daily thing. You still would want, if you're an audiophile, you might still have a complete different home theater system in your basement where you would watch it. But it also adds like a nice experience if you're watching some sports on here in your living room. So I wouldn't consider this if you are trying to build an ultimate home theater system. This won't be in running. So once you have decided on a soundbar, the question comes is like, why not the Ultra? So obviously you're saving some money there. The Ultra in general, the Bose Ultra, which is the latest flagship, versus the Soundbar 900, which is the older flagship, they look exactly the same. The dimensions are exactly the same. However, nobody knows what the internal specification, if there is any differences, because like Bose doesn't publish that. So the big difference, of course, in the Ultra is that it gives you uh, AI modulated dialogue modulation system, which could be a great thing, like especially when you're watching movie, keeping it at low volume, and then like someone is whispering, you turn up the volume high, and then you hear a blast going off, and you're like scampering to find your remote. So that is the biggest thing why you would want to go for the Ultra, especially if you, I mean, obviously, if you're not finding this on a discount, then you would go for the Ultra. Other than that, there are also other Sennheisers, soundbars, and Sonos soundbars. Sennheiser ones are like pretty expensive and bigger ones, but I believe that it is best to save some money and put it towards a bass module, because definitely a bass is lacking in a soundbar because of its dimensions. And of course, like if you can add a surround speakers to it, even better. All right, so the one reason which I said to stay away from the soundbar is its CEC connectivity issues. So the way it connects to your TV and it turns on your TV, there's like quite a bit of issues in here, and you can search on the internet, you'll see that there is a lot of issues. I don't know whether the latest Ultra has addressed these problems, but this can be like pretty painful. And I'm generally pretty okay to deal with technical issues, but still I found that this has been really painful, and once in a while I found myself even taking the soundbar off and just like playing it on TV.